I'm going to show you why this country now go better and why this country can't better. You understand? This country is riddled with corruption and dirty people who claim to be the protector of the people. These people are agents of corruption, and I'm going to show it and paint it to you see. The forestry department do it with mahogany, solid mahogany. You know how old this tree must have been? This is
Bless up my people, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday one and all. And in this first segment of this video, I'm going to kick it off my people by asking a question. Are we truly watching taxpayers' money when it comes to it being spent by the government? And so the government has told us since May that Jamaica's gross debt was $2.27 trillion, of which $1.43 trillion was owed to external lenders and $840 billion to domestic ones. So that makes it up to the $2.2 trillion people. They also told us that the debt is on track to fall to 60% of gross domestic product, that's GDP, in 2026-2027 from just over 70% at current time. And some people, up to several months after the end of the 2022-23 financial year, the Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark, had not submitted the requisite documents known as appropriations accounts to the Auditor General to prove when, how, or under what circumstances it paid out around $1.1 trillion voted by Parliament over the 2019-2020 to 2022-23 fiscal years to service the island's debt. And are we just sitting by and just accepting what they're saying to us, my people? Or are we gonna speak out? And so why hasn't that appropriations account sent over to the Auditor General all now, my people? And just to add, this was not the only area where the Finance Ministry was delinquent with its appropriations accounts. The Auditor General's 2023 report highlights outstanding documents for $111.34 billion in recurrent and capital allocations to the ministry between 2020-2021 and 2022-2023. These failures by the Finance Ministry are cause for grave concerns. When it doesn't abide by the rules or doesn't do so within the prescribed time, it creates a moral hazard, potentially creating a shield for other ministries, agencies, and departments which fail to submit their accounts on time. The Education Ministry, which had outstanding accounts for $902 billion back to 2012-2013, is one such body. But just as egregious as the breakdown in accountability by the ministries, departments, agencies has been the lack of robust review of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, that's the PAC, chaired by the Shadow Finance Minister Julian Robinson, of the Auditor General's report, which has been in the public sphere for 7 months now. The PAC's recent attention to the Health Ministry's lateness in producing appropriations accounts for 9 fiscal years for nearly $700 billion in expenditure, in which we're seeing the Permanent Secretary for the Health Department is saying that because of some 1,000 and odd vouchers that were approved and not signed off on. Can you imagine, my people? In the past, Julian Robinson has suggested a difficulty in getting the government members of the PAC for meetings, right? So that is the excuse, my people. And so if they don't want to show up for the meetings, my people, I suggest that Robinson, who is the chairman, to call them out. Call them out in the public's domain, make the public see and know what is going on. Michael Phillips, who is also the chairman of the Publication, Administration and Appropriations Committee, that's the PAAC, has the advantage of being able to track the activities of the ministries, departments, and agencies on an ongoing basis. So why isn't these two opposition chairpersons of these committees not calling out the government on all of these delinquent appropriations accounts? The Auditor General already made it public. Call them out, panic. The people of Jamaica needs to know how the taxpayers' monies are being spent. Julian Robinson, who is the chairman of the Public Account Committee, needs to call out the Financial Secretary, Darlene Morrison, to appear before the committee and speak of this appropriations bill that is outstanding of $1.1 trillion. Him need to call out the Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark, to come and talk up about this $1.1 trillion. Likewise, they need to call out Kassan Troop, the Permanent Secretary in the Education Ministry, to come and speak to the Accounts Committee of this $902 billion as it relates to the Education Ministry. You need to call out Dustin Bryan, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, so we can know how this $700 billion have been spent over the 10-year period in the health sector. The people of Jamaica has a right to know. What says one of my people, Julian and Michael Phillips, have the right to call them out. Call them out. Right now in this segment, the people have some videos to show a big standoff between the Accompong Chief, Maroon Chief Richard Curry, with the law enforcers, my people, over deforestation in the St. Elizabeth area of some mahogany wood, prized possession wood them there, my people. And the forestry department basically go around and cut down those type of trees. And you know, say Chief Curry now go stand for that, because he is the head of the whole Maroon down that side, and it's alleged that they took to the streets and basically barricade the streets. A whole heap of barricade them put out, my people. And I'm going to see the clippings them when I have my people, but I know nothing pretty. And we even seen the news where the police said that Chief Curry is listed as a person of interest following the big showdown we're going today in the Accompong area.
The forestry department doing with mahogany, solid mahogany. You know what this tree must have been? This is a solid mahogany tree. Right, the forestry department is moving up. So when our people have a problem and we raise the problem, it is as if we're the obstruction. But when they're pilfering wood, forest, lumber, what is the forestry department doing with mahogany? Answer me that.
As that's right now, it is just go and then deal with it. No, my position is the lumber in the back is, for us, is a police matter now. I don't want to get into this police matter discussion.
But they're saying it's your matter.
No. Where we are at right now is, on Monday morning, please call 173 Constant Springs. Call and ask for it. You can look at it personally. All I'm saying is, there are some things that I don't have control over right now. Right now. You asked for a meeting, you asked for further discussions on a matter that has been long standing. Yes. And that needs to be addressed.
It's military man, chief, and that never advise you. And
we want to have one discussion on
compound, or jurisdiction, unless it is. If it leaves and go to the forestry, it is not a neutral ground, and we won't be able to identify that which was left, that which was taken from here. Now we cannot go with assurance to say that it is an unusual ground, because that which was taken on the last occasion, we don't know what happened to them. Those are assets.
And if we go there, and then lock the gate and we jump in.
So if it is going to be taken from here, Chief?
With the bus. Now you see? You see who's still black? Look on that side there.
That one thing me know. If you kill me by gunshot, you get blood your family.
Can't hide now.
I'm going to show you why this country now go better and why this country can't better. You understand? This country is riddled with corruption and dirty people who claim to be the protector of the people. These people are agents of corruption, and I'm going to show it and paint it to you see, right? The forestry division in the forest is the one who's actually lumbering our forest. This has been a long-standing issue. Quick Step is not a playpen for the forestry department to decide what to lumber, when to lumber, who to lumber. The feed is being disrupted, but me will get me information through Tony tonight. Today we get called by Superintendent Minto from the Black River Police Station, right? I met Superintendent Minto last year when he just came into office. I thought he was a good fellow because I thought he had a mission, and I saw him doing his work, and I observed what he's been doing to clean up a lot of the mess in the parish. But today, Mr. Minto, you turned the table the wrong way, because Chief Curry has always been respectful to you. Say that a lie. You called Chief Curry to help you with issues that you've been having. say that is a lie. Today you called me and told me that there's an issue in Quickstep. If I heard about it, I told you no, because we have no signal in a compound. You said, okay, see if you can find out what's going on, because some persons have been blocked in. I said to you, this would not be the first time this has happened, sir, Superintendent. You should check the records to see what happened the last time, why persons were blocked in Quickstep. I made my way over to Quickstep after a funeral that I had this morning. Little after speaking to Superintendent Minto. I tried calling him again, I did not get him. We went in the bus over into Quickstep to meet up with Superintendent Minto and other members of the community of Quickstep. When I went into the community and got down to the square, there was an entourage of police and forestry van and a fire truck and some other vehicles coming out in the opposite direction. So obviously we stopped, a very narrow road. So we stopped, we're in the square, literally in the heart of Quickstep. So I disembarked, went up to Superintendent Minto and asked him what's the situation and how it has unfolded. So today, when I went to Superintendent Minto told me that the situation he's very displeased with, because the roads have been blocked. So I tried to enlighten him as to what the situation is and the challenges that we had. 2 years ago, when there was a similar issue where Quickstep was blocked by residents, they are protesting lumbering in that area. Now, let me say this, Quickstep is a farming community. And yes, lumbering happens in Quickstep. It has been happening for years. Occur? Yes, maroon lumber. How did that transaction occur? A third-party entity was sent into Quickstep to set up a machine shop, of which the Maroons would sell him the lumber and him would sell it back to the government. At all times, the government has always maintained their position of not directly engaging with the Maroons. So they send agents of the state to come and do their business. So all the train lines you see across Jamaica, right? All the train lines across Jamaica, the Pauline, the wood, the big tough square wood you see now, all that come from over Quickstep. So it's been a playhouse for many years. And since recently, after its demarcation as a protected area, remember, you know, them government now label it as a protected area. So what is this? Who is Forestry Division and what is their mandate really? Is it protectionism or is it exploitation under the guise of protectionism? It's the same thing with Backside. We say Cockpit Country protected area, but we left off one little piece out of what we did agree on first, and all of that is now filled with mining licenses and prospective licenses. So is it protectionism or is it exploitation under the guise of protectionism?
And between me and one of my people, we know that the mahogany wood makes good furniture and a long-lasting furniture. We know say a good wood them there. But with the forestry department, I go do with the mahogany wood them. Why taking down those things that are of, you know, great history to Jamaica into the whole compound area? But my people, may I wait for further information, because this a whole heap of something or something. A really protection this my people, or them a exploit, you know, under the guise of protection. Chat up in the comment section with me, you and say. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform, Facebook and TikTok. Follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Returning subscribers, big up on yourself. New subscribers, welcome on board. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like out the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part on the road to 20K. Help me to get there, my people. As you come up on the videos, please to like and share. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.